Hi guys, welcome to Audrey's Reading Area. Welcome to Audrey's Reading Area. Yes. It is time. It is Friday. It is Inspirational Friday. I am here to inspire you. Yes. I have a very fun and exciting and inspiring book that I'll be reading to you. But first, please click like, please hit share. Share these videos with everybody so that they can get the enjoyment and fulfillment from hearing me read all these fun, exciting, educational. Yes. Then we have the multicultural books that I read, the fun books, and yes, and I'm sure you'll enjoy. Everybody will enjoy. Sit your kids, sit your nieces and nephews, your grandkids right in front of these videos on Audrey's Reading Area on YouTube. You can go ahead and smash that subscribe button for me. Smash it. Smash that subscribe button. Go ahead and punch that notification bell so you can get a notification every time I upload a new video there. There at Audrey's Reading Area. Audrey's Reading Area. Now, on this Inspirational Friday, the inspirational book or inspiring book is called Teenagers Preparing for the World. Teenagers Preparing for the World. Man, I wish I had somebody to help me prepare for the world, or at least a clue. So, the author of this book is Chad Foster. And this is a picture of him. This is the back of the book. It says Chad Foster relates to young people and delivers the messages that parents, educators, and employees value and reward. Though through inspirational and entertaining stories about presidents, professional athletes, and everyday people, the book's message of success focuses on pursuit of dreams, communication skills, early career preparation, networking skills, integrity, and community service. Teenagers preparing for the world. Chad Foster. Now, I'm not going to read the whole book. It is pretty long. You guys will be sitting here all night listening to this. So I picked out 2 chapters that I will read. One is very short. One is kind of medium. And Teenagers Preparing for the World has all these different topics in it. I don't know if you can see it. You can pause. Content. You can pause. Yeah. So the first one that I'll be reading to you, I don't know if I should read the author's note. Maybe I will. So the author's note says, as long as I can remember, traveling and meeting people have been 2 of my favorite pastimes. I believe there is nothing more interesting than new faces and new places. Man, I just love traveling too. So I'm with him on that. Recently, I traveled across the United States and spoke to hundreds of students from all walks of life. I asked them what they wanted to do when they finished school, and almost all said the same thing. And I'm pretty much sure I didn't read it yet. I'm pretty much sure I know what he's going to say that they said. They said the same thing. I don't know. I want to be successful, but I don't know where to start. That's not what I thought they was going to say. A lot of kids now say, I want to be a baller. I want to be a rapper. That's it. I want to be rich. Okay. We all do. There were some of the brightest young people I ever met. While their intelligence impressed me, their confusion surprised me. Wow. I wondered how so many young people could be so unclear about preparing for their future. Because we're not prepared. Nobody tells us these things, right? It's obvious that schools are educating these students, but no one seems to be preparing them for the real world. This is so true. Which is where they will all soon be, in the world. That's right. Today, every time you turn around, someone is telling you what not to do. Don't do drugs. Don't smoke. Don't drink. Don't sleep till noon, etc., etc. I have a feeling that you've heard enough about what you can't do. Maybe the time has come to tell you what you can do if you want to succeed. I agree. That's why I'm inspiring you with this book. Now is the time to begin to understand the value of people skills, networking skills, early career preparation, integrity, communication skills, dreams, and community service. That's right. All of these are critical for anyone who wants to succeed. And I believe most teenagers want to succeed. Most of you do. Yes. This book is about the skills of success. It was written for those who want to succeed. What you do now will make a big difference later on in your life. Yes, it says what you do now will make a difference. You are on a journey. It's the same journey that I used to be on. In order for you to succeed on your journey, you will need two things: a good education and good preparation. Schools were built to educate you. This book was written to prepare you to succeed. That has the beginning. That's not the one I'm going to read to you. The one that I'm going to read to you is, because it has all these different chapters and titles. It says A Kid at Camp, The Music Man. It has The Meat of the Matter. Meat as in M-E-E-T, not like the meat that you eat. The Meat of the Matter. Probably talking about networking. The one that I'll be reading for the first one, it says, What Do You Know? The first one that I'll be reading to you is multiple choice. Multiple choice. I chose this one because, well, you'll see. You'll understand. It says, at some point, we all need money. Some of you will need more than others. Some of you will have more than you need. And some of you will never have enough. Where will your money come from? By now, you probably know that it doesn't grow on trees. I'm sure your parents have reminded you of this more than a few times. Assuming there's no money tree in your backyard, your money can come from 4 places. You will either earn it, inherit it, marry it, or steal it. Since stealing is illegal, marrying it is unlikely, and inheriting it takes forever, it is safe to say that 99% of you will have to earn your money. Sorry to deliver that bad news to you guys. Having been dealt that dose of reality, the real question now is, how will you earn it? How? Before we address that question, let's consider another one. When will you earn it? This one's a little easier to answer. Most of you will earn it 40 hours a week for 50 weeks each year between the ages of 22 and 65. We're talking about 86,000 hours of your life. So, since most of us don't like to spend 1 hour doing something we don't enjoy, I'm sure you can see the importance of choosing the right job. If you love your job, life is great. On the other hand, if you hate your job, life is a drag. Trust me, 86,000 hours is a long time to be miserable. Not only that, but if you have your job 8 to 10 hours every day, it's virtually impossible to come home from work and be a very good mother, father, husband, or wife. Your choice of careers is one of the biggest decisions you will ever make. And no one else can make it for you. No one else can make it for you. Yeah. Now the big questions How will you earn your money? What will you do for a living? Just think of this as a multiple choice question on a test. To help you out, I'll give you all of the wrong answers first. Wrong answer number one: I want to be a lawyer because my mother is a lawyer. Or, I want to be a teacher because my father is a teacher. First, understand that I am not picking on lawyers and teachers. Both are respectable and admirable professions. I am simply using them as examples. This message applies to all professions. Second, if your parents are lawyers or teachers, they may be very good ones, but that doesn't mean you will be good at either profession. Nor does it mean that you will be happy with either of those. On the other hand, having a parent who is a lawyer or a teacher doesn't mean that you'll be unhappy or unsuccessful with those careers either. The point is, having parents who are teachers and lawyers doesn't mean anything about your future career. It simply means that you have parents who are teachers and lawyers. A lot of people make the mistake of choosing the same career as one of their parents. Watch out. This could be an 86,000 hour mistake. There are some things in life that you will inherit from your parents, like the color of your eyes, it says the size of your nose. These are the things you cannot control. The career you choose is not inherited. This is something you can and should control. Wrong answer number two: I want a job that will make me rich. Wrong answer. What is rich anyway? This is something you have to figure out for yourself. If rich is money, when is enough really enough? Will 1 million be enough, or will you need $10 million? Be careful. The money chase can be dangerous, much like a roller coaster at the amusement park. Once you get on, you can't get off. And when you finally do stop, sometimes the ride has made you so sick, it wasn't really worth it. Whether you are 14, 16, or 60, everybody has the same basic needs: health and happiness. Money can't buy either one. Don't miss the message here. There's absolutely nothing wrong with money. I mean, you kind of need it to pay your bills, right? Nothing wrong with money. I kind of like it myself. But remember, money cannot make you happy. Money has never made anyone happy. I have more miserable rich friends than you can count. Unfortunately, some people think that money makes the world go round. I've had a few friends who felt this way. Bigger houses, more cars, expensive clothes, etc. Their worlds went around and around. Oh, wow, round and around until they were spinning out of control. A couple of my friends couldn't stop the spinning, so they stopped something else: their lives. The fast lane finally did them in. One of them had a heart attack. The other one stuck a gun in his mouth and blew his brains out. That's not good to hear. Money can and should be the result of your work, but money should never be the reason for your work. Got that? Wrong answer number three. Tres. I want to be famous. They always say that. I want to be famous. As with money, there's absolutely nothing wrong with fame, as long as it is the result of your work and never the reason for it. It is possible to be famous and happy, but fame cannot make you happy. I wish you could ask Marilyn Monroe, Elvis Presley, or Kurt Cobain. I could even add myself, I can add Robin Williams. Unfortunately, they all checked out early. Choosing a job is a huge decision. Some estimates say that 75% of all workers are dissatisfied with their jobs. 75%. That's a scary thought. The average worker now changes careers, not just jobs, but careers, 3 to 4 times before retiring. I can't tell you how many jobs I've had. OMG. When it came to choosing a career, I was very fortunate. I worked in the same industry with the same people for 13 years. As those 13 years flew by, I watched too many of my friends hate their jobs, change their jobs, and not have jobs. Wow. It was only after I stopped working that I began to understand why my 13-year career was so incredible. It's simple. It says it's simple. I loved my job. I guess that is simple. You see, if you love your job, life is incredible. Since I gave you all the wrong answers, I might as well give you the right answers too. I wish I'd had these answers when I was a teenager. It says, right answer number 1, uno. I am choosing a career because I have the natural talents to do the job. I think that's why I chose teaching. I have the natural talents to do the job. And before, I was a child protective specialist and supervisor with I don't want to know if I should say the name. Well, children's services. I was a supervisor in foster care, the foster care supervisor, and I know I did that very well. And now I know that I have changed careers, and now I'm a teacher, and I'm pretty much sure that I love it. I love it, absolutely love it. I'm pretty much sure I'm doing it well. I don't know, I got to ask my students. Okay, so the right answer number 1, I am choosing a career because I have the natural talents to do the job. I really think it came naturally to work with kids. Yeah, I think so. Every one of you is blessed with natural talents. They are innate. You are born with them and you are stuck with them, whether you like it or not. Shaquille O'Neal's natural talent is basketball. My coworker and friend, Tiffany Johnson, her natural talent was basketball. She used to play for the WNBA, and now she owns a basketball league. She has like 15 teams that they play in tournaments and stuff. Natural talent. Natural talent. So this mentions Shaquille O'Neal's natural talent is basketball. Shania Twain's natural talent is music. Have another coworker, Eric McMillan. He used to play football with the New York Jets. Talented guy. So he played football. Natural talent. I think his father used to play too. So it just came naturally. So this says Shania Twain's natural talent is music, just like Janet Jackson, right? Her natural talent is singing and music. I have a feeling they like the natural talents that they got stuck with because Janet can sing. Janet is good. Love me some Janet Jackson. Shout out to you, Janet Jackson. Some say I look like you. My student said that. I don't know if he's blind. I don't know. He's not blind. I'm just joking. But he did say that. Maybe he was just trying to, I don't know, earn a treat. I don't know. Okay. When you start working, it's important to do something that uses your natural talents. The bad news is that your natural talents are not listed on your birth certificate. Yes. They didn't like, you didn't get a birth certificate that had all these things, all the directions and stuff written on it. It says, so some of you may not know what they are. The good news is that the next chapter will show you how to uncover your natural talents. Right answer number 2. Number 2. I am choosing a career that I have tried. You know how you feel about school because you've tried it. You know how you feel about MTV because you've watched it. You know how you feel about your parents because you've tried them. Obviously, the odds of liking your job are much better if you've tried it. Unfortunately, most people don't try enough jobs before they have to choose one. Fortunately, one of the next chapters is all about trying jobs. Now we have right answer number 3. Tres. Right answer number 3. I am choosing a career that will allow me to pay my bills, save some money, and still maintain the quality of life I need. Well, I'll be darned. Isn't that it? This is a tough one for some young people to understand. Society is always telling you how important money is, and now I'm stepping up and telling you that it just isn't true. You will probably have to figure this out for yourself, though. As you go about this, though, remember my friend who blew his brains out? He was confused. He thought money made the world go round. On the subject of money, I can promise you this. A, if you do what you love, the money will just flow. B, money is only good for 2 things. Number 1, to provide you with all the material things you need, but not necessarily all the material things you want. And number 2, to do things for others who may be less fortunate than you. Those are the 2, those are the 2 things that money is good for. That's right. This should be the easiest test you've ever taken. All the answers have been provided. Remember, it's 86,000 hours of your life, maybe even more. Maybe even more. And then this one says born to what? Born to, that's the next chapter. Then they have chapter that says, try it, you might hate it. Then they have one that says out of the ordinary. And then the next one, I'm going to just skip to the one that I'm going to read, and it's very short. Very short. It says, looking ahead. Looking ahead. It says to teenagers everywhere, you were born into a world that's kind of screwed up. I don't know if it's a result of ignorance, greed, or selfishness. I suspect it's a little of each. Your generation is faced with a staggering divorce rate, frightening school violence, I repeat, an environmental mess, and a healthcare crisis, just to name a few. Just to name a few. You didn't ask for any of these problems, and no one bothered to ask you if you wanted them. Unfortunately, they were here when you arrived. This probably doesn't seem fair, but as I'm sure you know, life isn't always fair. And it's not always easy either. There are always new challenges to deal with and obstacles to overcome. My gut feeling is that your generation will deal with the challenges and overcome the obstacles, because yours is not a generation of ignorance, greed, or selfishness. I believe, author speaking, I believe your generation will start fixing the world, and the next generation will thank you. Good luck to each of you. That was the looking ahead one. I just thought that those were very interesting. It also gives you community service information. I will hold it up so you can pause and read it. And then there's some more information on these other pages. You can pause and read. It's quite good information here. Make-A-Wish Foundation, Muscular Dystrophy Association, the American Red Cross information, the AIDS Memorial Quilton AIDS Education, Students Against Drunk Driving, Special Olympics International. There we go. More information for you. Pause. When you replay this video, pause it. The Humane Society, United Cerebral Palsy Association. Information on all of these things that you can use and you can need. And you can do some volunteer work. Volunteering is work that you do without getting paid for it. Here's another page. You don't get paid for volunteer work, but volunteer work can still be added to your resume, especially if you're there on time, you're there when you say you're going to be. You can add that to your resume, and that can count as, you know, when you apply for jobs, they want to know what your history of working is. They want to know what your past experience is. Volunteering can actually help you gain the experience. Believe it or not, everybody wants to hire somebody that already has experience. So where do you get this experience? Volunteer work. They're not going to say no to you if they're not paying you in your volunteering. They usually will say yes. And you get that and use that as your experience, you guys. I wish somebody told me that when I was younger. I didn't know. I didn't know. Anyway, I'm bringing this stuff to you, teenagers preparing for the world, because I find it helpful and inspiring to the youngsters nowadays. I have a coworker, Dr. Martin, she teaches business management and marketing skills. And I'm blown away with some of the stuff that I'm learning now that these kids are learning. I didn't know all of this stuff when I was younger. Had I had a teacher like Dr. Martin, I would probably be like more successful. I mean, I'm not complaining because I love what I do, but I'm pretty sure I would have been like more successful and more able to help other people, because helping other people makes me happy. That's what makes me happy. But I'm just saying that to say Dr. Martin is giving these students information that I never had. Like I keep saying in the class to my students, man, you guys don't know how lucky you are to get this information, because nobody told me. Like all people my age, we like had to figure stuff out ourselves. You know, we had to figure it out ourselves. Us and our parents and our parents' parents and from generations to generations, we had to figure stuff out as we grow. You know, so please, if you like, you can go ahead and look for this book in the library or wherever. Teenagers Preparing for the World. Read by 750,000 students. A formula for success. I hope you guys enjoyed this book on this Inspirational Friday. Thank you so much for being here and listening and sharing and smashing that subscribe button for me. All right, you guys. I will see you soon. Not tomorrow. I will see you Monday. I'll be live at 5. That's LIVE. Live at 5 on Monday. Alexa, what time is Audrey's reading area?
Audrey reads in her area at 5:00 p.m.
I'll be live at 5. And I will see you soon. Shout out to my mom who is on. If you are on here, I can't see you unless you comment. I could only see the comments. So thank you for whoever is on here. Thank you, my mom. I know my mom's here. She's here all the time. Thank you so much for being here. And I will see you guys live at 5 here at Audrey's reading area, tongue-tied. Audrey's reading area, live at 5 on Monday. Live at 5 on Monday. And I will see you soon.